We're here in Brooklyn, New York visiting Flavor Paper. They take wallpapers and do something completely different. They have glitter wallpapers, scratch and sniff wallpapers. Can we put that on a sundae? And really take traditional papers and flip it on its head. So we're gonna see what they do and find out all about how they make every single one of these right here in Brooklyn, New York. So now we're downstairs at Flavor Paper, and I'm standing here with Dani Leggard.
Yeah.
She is one of the junior designers, but really a jack of all trades. She's going to show us how they go about mixing their inks. And I'm feeling like maybe I didn't wear the right outfit. I tried to be super casual, but look at her shoes and look at my shoes. I hope they still look pink when I'm done with this day.
Potentially.
You make these inks that eventually will be part of the papers, right?
Exactly.
And that's for all of the hand screening.
Yeah. What I'm starting with is our metallic OC and our Overprint clear. And I'm going to put about 600 grams of each.
It's funny, I never think of like these scales as being used for anything other than food and baking and that sort of thing, but it makes so much sense here because this is all so precise.
Yeah, and it's a way so that we can kind of make exactly the same inks so that there's really not much variation.
What number am I looking at?
48.
Now I've got some on the scale, which is mucking up the whole thing. You shouldn't drop any on the scale because then that messes up the actual measurement.
This is my drill.
Yeah.
I'm going to mix the color
drill
together.
matches you.
It
It's
does.
amazing.
Like me and the drill are actually just like we're buddies. We go out. This is my +1.
Okay, so this tool that you have here, this is a mixing.
This is a mixer so that everything gets mixed like nice.
Is that how you ended up looking like this? Is this another moment when I should step away?
Mostly, it's like when I'm printing, I just like stuff it for me, and I'm just like, oh no.
Of this. I'm gonna let you clean up what I did, make it so you can actually sell these papers, and I'm gonna go check out the actual hand screening process.
Sounds great.
Thanks,
Dani.
Dani.
No problem. Bye.
We just finished making our inks with Dani. Step 2 is we need our screens.
We have a screen that's already coated with emulsion. It's light sensitive. And then on top of that, we have a film that has black ink where it's gonna block out the light. So only certain parts of this emulsion are going to be left. And now we're going to turn on the vacuum to suction it in. Now I'm going to flip it.
See that happen there?
And now the light's going to get turned on.
Tess just put the light on, and it's going to sit there for 6 minutes while it gets exposed. After that, I think we're going to have something that we can use to actual screen print.
We have our screen burned, and we're going to take it into the washout, and we're going to spray out all the areas where the light wasn't hitting the emulsion.
So, okay, I've seen some of the amazing designs here at Flavor Paper. Why are we making a box? Because this doesn't necessarily seem like a design that's going to ultimately go on somebody's wall or perhaps somebody's ceiling.
No, this is just for our packaging material. So we'll then put, after we put this full bleed on there, then we'll put our patterns on top of that for just our packaging material that we send out samples. And
so it gives you a little taste of what this is going to be and what's going to be inside.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see, is there a box around here?
Yeah. Yeah, we actually have one of our boxes over here. So this is what we're going to be using that screen to create. So that one is just more of a full bleed, and then this pattern will go on top of it.
So we just finished making one screen, but this is actually the full array of screens that they have. And most of these have more than one layer. That's what makes it a hand screen. So you can see here all the different options. What we're going to make today is the Mirage. It's a 4-step process. So we're going to see how every layer works out. I'm going to try to pull this out, and you can kind of see the first bit of what we're going to do. Now let's actually go make it. I'm going to get out of the way. Like way out of the way. Joe, you're going to make sure I don't mess anything up here, right? Yeah. He said he thinks it'll probably get messed up, and he's probably right.
Just go really slowly.
Okay. Okay. This wasn't really slowly, by the way.
That was pretty good.
I thought that was going to be, you said really
fine.
slowly, that was fast. He said I did a good pull. This part here goes through an emulsion so that all the paint doesn't come through. So this darker green is being blocked, so when they're pulling that squeegee across, the only part that's coming through is the lighter parts here. That's how they're able to get such a perfect print every single time. So this is the final screen that we're going to put on. This, the white out here, is actually going to be where the pearl bronze is going. And so it's going to really make the palm that's in here that you can't really see right now pop. So here you can see that they laid down the pearl bronze, and this is really defining the palm tree, that if you look here where it's not, you can't really tell what it was, but now you can tell that there's a palm tree going throughout this entire pattern. It's pretty amazing to see how all these layers add up to be this one amazing pattern. John, the owner of the company, really believes in living environmentally friendly and having a business that does just that.
When I took it over, I made sure, as an environmental science major, that I made it very eco-friendly. So I went to water-based inks and things, which were really rare in wallpaper at that point.
Right.
But I wasn't really willing to sacrifice my life to make wallpaper, so
Fair.
stuck with
Yes.
it, and we were one of the first companies to really bring water-based wallpaper to the market.
So your first design, was that commissioned by somebody? Did somebody figure out that you had this going on, or were you putting yourself out there in some sort of way?
So she was looking for a particular thing. She was actually working on Lenny Kravitz's house.
Was Lenny happy?
Lenny was super happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just finished an amazing day at Overprint, and honestly, I had no idea what to expect. We made this crazy paper mirage, which is a 4-step process, and blew my mind. The cool thing here is you can have any of these, but it does come at a price. $370 for 15 feet of this, but this is like having a little Warhol on your wall or a little Kravitz in your room. So go ahead, have a little fun. I think it's worth every penny.